Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Bitcoin on the monthly time frame. And you just landed here. Do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Be really, really appreciated. And those that recently are new subscribers, I do appreciate you too. Thank you very much. I'm going to go over the monthly time frame with you guys. I'm going over 3 months and other various time frames. Take a look at Bitcoin, and I see a lot of, not a lot, but I keep hearing about this smart money, smart money, smart money, smart money. I'm going to let you guys in on something. Most of you may already know that smart money's not that smart, guys. Look, here's the deal. What people say about smart money is all that they say are people that have a lot of institutions have a lot of money. They're doing the same thing, just like you and me. Okay. They're never 100% sure whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. And when they throw money into it, they're just as concerned as anybody else, just like you and me. They don't have magical superpowers or anything like that. Nope. Maybe they pay a little bit more for somebody to do some analysis for them. Okay. But probably what is going on right now, they have no idea. There's no guy out there that says, these institutional investors paying me $1 million a year to do technical analysis. And I say, yep, the bottom's right there. Okay. And he's 100%. Nope. Nope. Not happening. Not happening. Too much uncertainty in the markets. They're just, let's say institutional investors maybe put their money in there and they're shaking in their boots just like everybody else if they got it in there. It's like, oh, is it going up? Is it going down? Are we screwed? We lose our money? Okay, same thing, guys. Same thing. You guys give them too much credit. Like some of these videos are kind of like, oh yeah, smart money entered in there. They sold right there. They bought right there. They sold right there. They bought right there. They sold right there. They bought right there. Sold there. Bought there. Sold there. Bought there. Come on, man. There's nobody on the planet can do that. Even the richest men in the world can't do that. Yeah, Elon can't. Elon could probably get close, but nah, he could get close. But so here's the deal on a monthly chart. Let's take a look at this, guys. One of the things is that maybe there's not as much interest. Okay, the interest probably maybe it's this is either going to be a fifth wave or this is a first of a new sequence, if you will, of a 5-wave sequence, or maybe it's going up and it's going to correct. It could do that. Can't rule that out. We'd have to see what Bitcoin's going to do once it gets up higher. If it is doing a correction, if it is retracing this leg, personally, the reason I say it's already at 382, you'd see at least 50%, 33,000, and you can see 618 at 40,000. It can get up into those areas to 45,000 too, guys, up near 786 on a retrace all the way up there. But one of the things is on a retrace, usually bear market retraces are, well, that's pretty aggressive, I could say. They're really usually pretty dynamic. Like they go up real quick, just boom, they just shoot up real quick. And for this has been a struggle. And the reason I say not so much a struggle for Bitcoin, but in the TradFi markets, usually they come down and they bounce real hard in a bear market bounce. Normally, guys, it's usually not trying to get out of there in a struggle. That's usually the difference. It's not 100%, but that's usually what you want to look out for. Real super strong wave. Bitcoin's a little anomaly. It is a cryptocurrency, but you would see stronger bounces. Now, the other reason too that I say it's not a bounce is because the other cryptos, if you go through a whole slew of other cryptos, they've gone up into a wave and they're correcting it. So they're either going up in A, B, C, or they're going in 1, 2, 3. So there's another leg on all these other cryptos on the charts that are due for another leg. There's a whole laundry list of them that you can go through, like Cardano would be one. Aptos would be one. Let me see what else is there. There's Gala should be one. Dot is another one. Phantom is another one. Hex went up into a leg. It needs to correct it. Let's check out Hex. Yeah, Hex went up into a leg here. with divergence. Plainly have divergence, so it's going to come down. Maybe hit the box about 6.5 cents at the top, and it needs to do another leg. There's a whole bunch of them, guys, that look like they need to do another leg. So I think I made my point. So I don't think all the other cryptocurrency charts, I don't think that they're all telling me that. And I don't think that I'm wrong. That's why I'm saying Bitcoin is more likely going to be going up too, guys. So go to a monthly chart. Let's take a look at it. So it'd be a debate of what's going on here. You do have a good shot of this leg going on potentially, in my opinion. There's an argument of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was a whole sequence right there. And then it's back down, and it could be up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could happen. And you have a chance of another leg right there too, guys. The reason I'm going with possibly that might be going on for a Bitcoin is you take a look at a coin like Binance right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going up for a 5. Ethereum could be that way too, guys. If you take a look at Ethereum, potentially 1, 2. This whole thing could be a third wave extension back down for a 4, and it could be shooting up for a 5. That's a potential with Ethereum, guys. So that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of going with what Bitcoin is doing here, the 5-wave move. But here it is on the monthly chart, guys. It's got hidden bullish divergence, and you can see here it is. It stayed in the stochastic. Let me pull this up for you. In the stochastic RSI on the monthly chart, you can see right here. Here's the bear market from 2014. It went up a little bit, came back down, and then it finally got out of there. It went up, okay, into the stochastics on the monthly, and it stayed up there the whole time on this on that leg. Bear market came all the way back down, right that area. You can see it still went down. Once it came out of the bear market, it started going back up right there for that leg, corrected that leg, and then it went up for the third wave right here. And you can see this one came all the way back down. So in the stochastics, this really is getting a signal. You can see here's the wave 1, 2, here's the third wave, and it came all the way back down here. Okay. And potentially it could be a 5th wave, guys. Every time in the history of it, let me go to the BLX, take a look at that too. BLX, so I got the whole chart. Every time it came out of the monthly area, guys, it was making its way up to the top of the oversold area in the stochastics. So you do have a good shot of that on the monthly chart, guys. And just looking at this data, here's the wave 1. Corrected it. Here's a wave 3. This is what everybody talks about. Oh, this was the peak. This was the peak. And this could either be extended third wave, or maybe it was an ABC like GBTC did it. Okay. So up into a 5th wave potentially, or maybe it's a new one. Just, we're not going to know until this wave unfolds. But if this is a 5th wave, guys, okay, it's just going to go, like these waves, just like that wave. And it's going to go like this wave. Okay. It's going to probably steadily just creep up. All right. There's not going to be as much interest in this wave because it's a 5th wave. 5th waves are notorious for having a lot less volume than the 3rd wave that you see over here. Okay. That's one of the ways you identify 5th waves is in the 3rd wave. Not only do you see the divergence, you'll see a wave with less volume. Now, can it take over and have a lot more volume than the 3rd wave? Blow off top 5th wave? It certainly could. It certainly could. You can see here, on the monthly volume, it increased dramatically there and it started just to die down. But this one had a blow off top. But once it died down into this area, you can see it steadily increased over in that area, guys. So you have a good shot that could be going on just looking at the data. There is RSI data that said it went up into this wave, it came back down, reset the whole cycle, and you could say this is a new cycle. That's a potential, guys. The other reason I'm going with that other type of deal with Bitcoin is that, you have assets like GBTC, in my opinion, is that it's going up for a fifth, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is GBTC. It has Bitcoin, only Bitcoin in its portfolio, if you will. So if you buy this, you have Bitcoin, you just have shares of GBTC and you own Bitcoin, but you don't own Bitcoin. Okay, you don't hold any coins. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it could be going up for a 5. So you can see this wave went up, and these waves just kind of go. You can see this one just rocketed back down, and then you had a little bit of a struggle there, and then it started rocketing, and that's pretty typical. Probably had to struggle down here a little bit, and then it finally got out of there. Struggle, finally got out of there, back over here, and now it's in this area. Struggle, and boom. So I have 2 targets right there. Is the bounce, and it'll correct it. If you're bearish, this really needs to get up to about 25 to 27, and then it could correct it. Okay, so in my opinion, there's at least more upside. And if it's not, it's going up to these areas, 50, 60 bucks. And if that's going up 50, 60 bucks, then Bitcoin's going to be going up, guys, in my opinion. So let's see. Now here's Litecoin's another one, kind of in the same pattern. I talked about this a little bit. Litecoin is probably be doing the same move right there. Okay. Litecoin already has a lot of momentum in this stochastics. You remember too, once they get up there, guys, it's not the once the stochastic gets up there, it's not the end of it yet, because you see the stochastics on this wave right here was about right there in this area. This area for the stochastics still went up. So Litecoin could be doing that move. Might need more of a correction, and then it could get back up there. But Litecoin's the same way, guys. I think this whole area has been a big struggle. I'll go over more details with that, but it's been a big struggle in this area. It corrected it. I think this was a pretty solid correction for it to recorrect that whole leg. And then I think it's going to be onto another one. It's just going to make its way up this way, guys. The volume on Litecoin, here's volume went up in that wave, back down, corrected it. Volume increased in that third wave. And this volume is going to probably be a little bit less than that wave. Okay. Because it'll be a 5th wave, in my opinion. Now we'll go back to Bitcoin, guys. So that's how I'm looking at it right here with stochastics, and try to make sense of this. Can you have an argument it's going to go up to here and then it's going to come back down and then it has to swing back up? It could, but the history tells us through this chart that once it came down here, so it came down here for April 14, and then it really didn't exit it until October of 15 is when it took off in this area right here. You can see, and then it was at the top, went back up. You can see, corrected it. So in this area, you can see it came down here in the bottom. It was February 22, and it was down here and it started making its way up on December of 22, and it has the cross, the bullish cross, and a blue line. So you do have a good shot here in this monthly chart that this is probably going to be making its way back up that way, you guys. Okay, so there's more room to go, and I'm going to go over the lower time frames. I'm going to show you guys that why I think that's going to be happening. Okay, with Bitcoin, at least you have a good shot that that's going to be happening. Okay, guys. So let me go in lower time frames, and let me go here first to the 4-hour time frame and show you this area on the 4-hour. Okay, I'm on the 4-hour. You can check the daily. We'll go to the daily. See the daily needs to come down a little bit more, probably in this area, guys. And the Stokes probably needs to get back down there on the daily to the bottom. Once this comes down a little bit and the Stokes gets back down here, and then you look at the price, as long as it hasn't dumped way down here, if it's still above 25,300, okay, and this is down here and this is all the way down here, you could probably be assured just with those 2 indicators that it's going to probably swing back up. But a really good target is anywhere from 25.8 to 25.3. Get back down there, see it back down, RSI there, and then that'll be for a long. And just looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see here's Bitcoin, and the RSI went up to the wave, and it's doing a good job of burning off that RSI, guys. So it's playing in there. It could be in here for a little while. It's not a big deal. It's going to bore some people out of the market. More than likely, what's going to happen, people are going to get bored. They're going to like, forget crypto. And then what's Bitcoin going to do? It's going to start moving again, guys. So you come over here to, let's say, let me go to the this wave area, kind of like right here. It could be doing something like that. So here's a wave. It came out. Here's the first wave, more or less, here for Bitcoin. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 3 there, 4, 5, or this was the 5. But here it came up to a 3, did this correction, and it went up this way, and it was sideways. You see how long Bitcoin was sideways for, guys, right here? Bitcoin went sideways for basically 70, 80 days. 70, 80 days. And that more than likely right there was a third wave, or this was a flat and it came up, maybe completed something there. So you guys can see it can go sideways. Here it is going sideways again, 27 July, or July 20 to September. So July, August, September, 2 months. 2 months it went sideways, went up, and 2 months sideways, came back down, same area. So you can see it went sideways, and then it finally got out of there, guys. So you could be in an area like that right now. It could go sideways for a significant period of time, which would be a good signal, guys. If Bitcoin's going to hang out into this area, okay, I'll go like, Bitcoin hanging out basically in this area and going sideways for a while, bored people out of the market, would be a really good signal for Bitcoin. Especially look at the RSI came back down. It might come back down, could shoot back up, go sideways for a little while, something like that, guys. That could be a really, really good signal that Bitcoin is getting ready and setting itself up to make moves, guys. Okay. It could be in here for a week, 2 weeks. Like I said, I showed you on that other stuff, those over there on that other wave, how that can happen. So far, Bitcoin's putting off good signals, guys. It's taking out some RSI. Stokes down there on the 8-hour. It could come back down to 25.3 would be a really, really nice target. And then it could really start making a move over there, guys. It might move up, come back down, and then move up again. So that's how I'm looking at it with Bitcoin, guys. I think it looks pretty good. It went up. There's no hard rejection. Usually, if it was bearish, you would have a faster rejection, And plus, the signal I would be looking for is for it to drag back up, and then in the RSI, and it probably won't get as high as that one. It would drag back up a little bit, like so, and then I would be looking for direction. If this is burning off, more than likely, this coming down just like this, you have a better shot that's going to be going like that. But this would come back up. Could it shoot out of there? It could, but I don't think so. Let me go 2 time frames in here. I think it's making some type of flat move, guys. Like I said before, you could get a flat type move here. It could be a 3-wave move here, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this, it could be doing that, guys, is what I'm kind of looking for. So you got a 3-wave move here, 3-wave, 5. So a 3-wave, and you have another 3-wave move up there, and then it could go like this over here in a 5. That would be really, really nice. So it does that down to those areas. Man, it's a little too low. 25.3 is the best spot. And then, it can maybe get out of there, do another wave, and do the same thing again, something like that, guys. So, or it could do that and rip. It could rip. But either way, those signals down there, this is down here. Let me go to a 8-hour chart again. It gets way back down here. This might come up a little, back down here, stay in this area. And it's above the 25.3, which is right on top of this area right there. That's a really nice spot. They can get out of there again, guys. So I would be looking for longs. I would be looking for longs, guys, on Bitcoin. So I think everything's looking pretty decent. It's going to be a struggle to get out of there. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I am bearish on the DXY. Okay. The DXY is looking bearish, guys. Here's the deal with the DXY. Take a look at the RSI on the daily. When it is bullish, these get up into oversold territory. As you can see, they stay in oversold territory. It came back down and went up. It barely reached oversold, had a rejection, and came back down. Now, could it swing back up and do a little bit? It could very well. It might swing back up and keep going back down. But when the DXY is bearish, you can see it's bearish. It came back up to correct it. Look at that. It didn't go up into oversold. It came back down again, guys. DXY is bearish. A little bit of bullishness. You can see when it gets bearish, it doesn't go really up into oversold territory, guys. So that's what it did right here, and it's come back down, correcting it. So I think that that's possibly a peak. You're looking at the RSI, came back down. It doesn't look very high in price, but it came high in the RSI to correct this leg over here. You can see that, and now back down and up. So I'm pretty bearish on the DXY, guys. I think that it's may swing back up, and then it's going to make another trek back down. I'm kind of expecting another one of these legs over here, guys. Okay, something like that with the DXY. So that looks pretty decent. And I'm not going to go over the traditional financial markets too much, guys. But, the futures are up a little bit, but that doesn't mean much when they open. This could all crash. Well, not crash, but drop quite a bit. But that's how I'm looking at it with the DXY, guys. But the mainly is to pay attention to the NASDAQ. Honestly, I think the NASDAQ is probably going to have is probably going to shoot up just like right above there, something like that too, guys, is what I'm thinking with the NASDAQ, because these guys busted up above the NDX, the NDQ, and the NDX. NASDAQ 100, they busted up above there. So that's probably what's going to be going on with the NASDAQ. And if that's the case, then there could be a correction. But I don't think it's going to be a massive dump all the way back down to the bottom. It could. I think it's going to come back down to these areas, right in this area, actually, guys. Right here. Probably back down, correct back down to those areas is what I would suspect. Could be wrong, but that will affect Bitcoin, those right there. So if I'm going to go over some other coins, but the coins aren't going to do too much, guys, until Bitcoin is susses itself out. You might have some outliers that might rip. I'm not seeing anything that looks like it wants to rip quite yet. I think got to wait for Bitcoin and Ethereum, except Kaspa coin. Kaspa coin keeps on going. It's going to grind. I'm not really too sure where this is going to grind to, guys. It's already coming out. I think it's already coming out of the top of my area. Yeah, it's almost up there to 2 cents. So 2 cents, and then this could make it to 4 cents, guys, on this wave, if you can believe it, on this wave right here. You can count 1, 2. Here's your third, fourth. This is very is this 1, 2, 1, 2, or is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think you still have a little bit of a grind. Could it hit 4 cents? It could, guys. So, it just looks like it wants to grind all the way up there, and that wave could go all the way up there just like that. Okay. Is it going to take that one out? It could. This could be hyper bullish, guys. If you think about that, this could be 1, 2. This would be 1, 2, and this is 3. Okay, 4, 5, 4, 5. If you just go off this chart right here, just based on the RSI, you got a third wave right there. You got a wave right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So, up to the line potentially, guys, with Kaspa. So Kaspa coin is very, very bullish coin, guys. It's a very, very bullish coin. Like I said, this was the area once I found it went up in this wave. I knew about it over here. I was like, okay, let's see where it's going to go. Correction, pick it up on the correction, and there you go right there. So pretty good little deal for Kaspa right now. Just in those areas, you're looking at already 341%. And then it gets up those areas, you're like 6, 7x on Kaspa, guys. So Kaspa is doing really, really well. It's an outlier, guys, just an outlier. It'd be nice to have more of those coins like that in the crypto market, and they're probably out there. It's just a matter of finding them. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.